We got Montana De La Rosa back here on the program. Is going to be taking on Ariane Lipski coming up here at UFC Fight Night on June 5th. Montana, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing awesome. Good to catch up with you. Nice turnaround by the looks of it here. You just fought in February. Now you get this fight in June. I imagine this was a good amount of time off for you.
Yeah, I mean, with that draw, I really just wanted to get back in and get a win under my belt.
Absolutely. What did you take away the most from that fight? I know it was a tough outing, but a draw is still better than a loss, I guess. Not as good as a win, but better than a loss, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I thought I won the first couple rounds. I thought it was my fight, but you never know what the judges are thinking or seeing. So.
Yeah, is that something you're kind of conscious of now? I mean, obviously, you never want the fight to go the distance, but we've had some pretty bad judging lately. I'm sure you watched the Viviana Araujo and Caitlin Chukagian fight where the judge gave Caitlin all 3 rounds. We had Mike Grundy on the undercard. Like, is that something that's kind of crossed your mind when you're watching these fights? Like, man, there's some really bad judging out there.
Yeah, there really is. And I mean, I wish we could just all get finishes, but it's not that easy when you're fighting these high-level girls. But I mean, I'm always going in there trying to get the finish and hoping it goes my way. I'm just trying to do my job and get paid for it.
Absolutely. So how long have you been in Colorado for this camp? I know you've been doing your camps here lately, except for I think the one fight that we did our interview with. But I know for the most part, you've been down there the last couple fights. How long have you been down there?
Yeah, I've been here for 7 weeks now.
Nice.
So,
okay.
Yeah, it's been long.
Now, is it like last time where your daughter's back at home and Mark's with her, or did they come up? Like, how did that work this time around?
Yeah, so she came up a couple times, like, over the weekends, but, I mean, she has school and stuff right now, and then Mark was back and forth. He's here now till the fight. So
awesome. That makes it so much easier, right? Because I know that it's tough, right, when you're away from your loved ones and stuff and you're having to do this camp. I know, obviously, you're really focused on training, but Mark's a fighter, so it's not like he would distract you anyways, right? So.
Yeah, for sure. He always helps with my training, like be a training partner, cooks for me, just helps with every aspect of it.
There you go. He's getting that husband of the year candidacy all locked up, right, if he's doing all that stuff. How's he doing, by the way? I know we haven't heard much fight news. I believe he's a free agent, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, he's a free agent, and he's been working with a lot of fighters, like helping them get their amateur records going, and same with a few of our pro guys. So he's really focusing on the MMA team, and he has fight news coming up soon, though.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice teaser. I like hearing that. That's great. Let's talk about Ariane Lipski, 13-6 record. What do you know about her? How do you feel like you match up against her?
I mean, she's obviously really good on the feet, Muay Thai background, had a couple hard fights. Her first fight's in. I think she fought like Joanne her first fight, and she just fought the Shevchenko sister her last one. So I mean, she's tough and fought some really good girls, but I think I match up well, like especially on the ground and with my wrestling and grappling.
And your camp, I mean, you saw the photo. If you see the photos on Instagram, you're training with all UFC fighters, all women in Colorado. Is it pretty much the same group as last time in terms of training partners for this camp?
Yeah, pretty much all the same girls. I've been training with the JJ a lot. Claire, Lily, Andrea came up for a couple weeks. So
I saw that. And what a big win she had. I'm sure that's cool getting to see her get that finish over Antonina.
Yeah, that was awesome. We were all really proud of her. Yeah, she's looking good.
Well, it's cool though, because you get to, you're a small part of her camp, but I mean that was a good win, so that's I'm sure translates over to the team. Rosa Namajunas, is she in the camp at all, or is she taking some time off after that big win?
Yeah, I think she's taking some time off. Yeah, I'm not really sure where she's been. She was here for like the first couple weeks I was here, but yeah, she hasn't really been in the gym much.
But how inspiring is that? Because you know what? Leading into the fight, a lot of people were counting her out. I'm not sure why, but she went out there and put on, I think, the best performance of her career, getting that head kick finish. How inspiring was that as a fellow teammate and training partner?
Oh man, it was amazing. I've always looked up to Rose, like ever since I started. I've always looked up to her. I think she's just a fantastic human and fighter, and gosh, yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, and I know from just talking to other fighters at the gym that like they'll just sitting and watching her, you learn a lot from the way she trains and everything. Is that the same sort of thing for you, or do you guys talk much? Like what's sort of her impact on you in this in camp, so to speak?
I mean, yeah, we've been sparring a little bit. Not this camp very much because she kind of fought like right when my camp started. So yeah, just being in the room with her though, like you can tell like she's a champion, like it's something different, like with her mindset and everything.
That's good. And kind of the way I've been hearing it at your camp is, everyone's really, they get along. It's kind of like a big family over there. Do you feel like, it's been a couple camps now you've been down there. Do you feel like at home, so to speak, getting to train with all those girls over there?
Yeah, for sure. Like the first couple of camps, it was like kind of weird. Like you never know how
Right.
it's gonna be. But now we're all like close and kind of like get coffee with each other every once in a while. And yeah, we're all like friends and we can still like beat the crap out of each other.
There you go. That's a good friendship right there. And do you guys talk fighting when you're out having coffee? Because I would imagine too, it's kind of like, hey, we need a break from this a little bit. Or do you guys still talk fighting?
Oh man, it's always about fighting, but
Yeah,
it
doesn't
is
matter.
nice to get a little break from
Good
it.
stuff. Weight cut, I assume, is going well. If Mark's making your meals, he's got to be, that's nice to have that taken care of.
Oh yeah, it's so nice. Like I don't have to worry about cooking, like what I'm supposed to eat. Like we worked with Lockhart and Leaf a lot, so
Oh,
he's kind
cool.
of got
Okay.
careful. Well, not right now, but like
You,
before
you
this
know what
camp.
meals to make type thing because
Yeah,
you've been through it. Yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense. What do you enjoy eating the most during camp? There's got to be like a go-to meal.
Um, I eat a lot of salmon. Um, Man, Mark just made some really good shrimp with rice and broccoli with
Oh,
like some
nice.
good like, soy sauce and sweet sauce on it, honey sauce. It was so good.
Nice.
Those
Okay,
are
that's
my
good. I'm getting
favorites.
hungry. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight? Mark's usually in your corner, right? Like who's going to be in the cage with you?
Yeah, besides him, it's Elliot Marshall and Vinny Lopez.
Okay. And I think I talked to you about this last time, but Elliot, I know does a lot of the visualization stuff as well. Is he still working with you on that or no?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I talk to him like every morning, kind of like start with my breathing and visualizing, and he's been a huge part of my camp.
Yeah, because who was I talking to? It was Shauna Dobson. She was just telling me how much of a game changer that was for her because, you think of the physical side of things, the things that you work on in there, but really if you can get your mind 100% when you're in the cage, I mean, that is a game changer because a lot of it is mental, right? When you're in there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he is amazing for that. Like I love working with him.
Cool. How's this fight playing out on June 5th? I know we talked about the judges. I know you're going to try and get the finish, but how do you envision the fight going?
Man, I just want to, yeah, I just want to finish so bad. Like it'd be nice to get one of those again. It's been a few fights since I got to finish.
Talk about Rose Namajunas. Valentina Shevchenko is in your division. She got a really big win over Jessica Andrade. What was your reaction to that? Because people were saying that was going to be the toughest fight for her in the weight class, and Valentina finished her, which was very impressive.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that tough. Like I knew she was going to get the win, but I didn't realize how dominant she would be. Like she's just on a completely different level, and everyone in the division is just going to have to level up. They're going to compete with her.
Speaking of success, your daughter is just killing it right now. I saw it was a freestyle wrestling championship or something. What did she compete in recently? Because I know it seems like every like couple of weeks I'll see her win like another tournament, right?
Yeah, so she's the national champ in freestyle, like in her weight class.
That's
So,
awesome. Like, what is that like for you as a mom, just seeing her, follow in a similar path to you and having a lot of success as well? I mean, she's got two great parents to, sort of model after, but that must be very, it must make you feel pretty proud to see all the success she's had.
yeah, I mean, I don't pressure her into like doing whatever she wants to compete in. Like now she's trying jujitsu a little bit, so that's nice. I
Oh,
mean,
there we go. It's a little, I know, because we've talked about this before, because I remember asking you, like, do you want her to be a fighter? And you're like, it's whatever she wants to do, right? So are you kind of feeling like that's the way she's heading at this point? Because she's getting a bit older now, right?
yeah, I still don't want her to be a fighter, but if that's what she wants, I'm going to support her in whatever she
Do
wants.
you see sort of characteristics in her, in you, in terms of your fight career, things that you've done? Do you notice tendencies and things like that?
No, she's way better than me.
Really? Okay, that's interesting. Because it's funny, like my son's going to be 4 in September, and like he's getting to that age now where I'll see him do things, and it's like that was definitely me as a kid. Like I don't know if you see that with her at all in your daughter.
She's like so outgoing and hilarious. Like she's the complete opposite of me. Like so
Yeah,
aggressive. Like, it's funny.
good stuff. And when she's out there, like, does she come to the gym and see all the other fighters as well? Like, because I'm sure she wants to just see that because I'm assuming she's a fight fan as well, right?
For sure. She loves Rose and she loves Justin. She just loves being around all of them.
Cool. And then you're still doing the betting videos, right? Because I was trying to keep tabs. Are you going to do one, I guess, for the next pay-per-view?
Yeah, I usually just get a message from my manager and tell me if I'm doing it or not. So hopefully we'll see.
But it seems like they're getting, like, you seem more comfortable now. Is that true? Do you feel like you're getting more kind of in the groove with them, the fight picks? Because you've done well. I think, like we talked, like I asked you there, Poirier, you picked him, I think, in the fight against Conor in the rematch, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident with my picks.
There you go. You get a little, yeah, get a little arrogant. No, it's all good. That's cool. Downtime. I know you and Mark like to hike and stuff. Like, what are you guys doing when you're not training and stuff? Are you out there, getting in the fresh air? Or what's sort of downtime looking like?
Kind of been crappy weather here lately, like
Is it
just
really?
cold, kind of overcast. Yeah, it just stopped snowing like a few weeks ago. So
Oh,
it's
that's
like,
right. You know what? I
I
did
need
hear
to
about
stop.
that. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So just like watching Netflix and resting in between sessions.
Is that a bit of like a culture shock to you as well? Because you're from obviously Texas, where it doesn't. I mean, they did have snow actually, not that long ago. But I mean, I'm sure you never grew up with snow, right?
Yeah, yeah, not really. I mean, we had like freezes where like everything would freeze for like a week and we couldn't drive anywhere, but besides that, like not much snow. It's always
Do
just
you like
really,
snow, or is it something you're like, no, I'm not a fan of the cold?
I like it sometimes,
Okay.
but I like the sun a lot more.
And I think I asked you this before, but you don't think you'd ever permanently move to Colorado, right? Because you have your daughter back home, and then obviously I know you guys own a house as well, so it'd be a lot of red tape trying to do all that, right?
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, just with her being settled in school and have her wrestling over there, and it's nice to kind of get away in my camps and just completely focus on the fight instead of having to deal with everything back home.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Before we go, I imagine you want to keep active this year. Like you sort of like this turnaround. I think even if you won your last fight, you'd probably still be happy getting a fight this time of year, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I hope to take a couple months off, just have a little bit of the summer with my daughter and everything because it's been hard being away, and then probably jump back in it towards the end of the year.
Awesome. Well, it is UFC Fight Night, June 5th, Montana. Always appreciate the time. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
At Montana.DelaRosa on Instagram. Yeah, I have a lot of sponsors. I can't
But you
think of
post them on there. That's why you plug the social
Yeah, I'll
media
post
first,
them
and then
first.
they'll see it on there, right?
Yeah, for sure.